Good morning everyone. Myself Lakhanbhai Meena, Assistant Professor English from Government College Chamela, Jalabad. Today we will study the place of ignorance of Hilaire Belloc. Hilaire Belloc was born 27 July 1870 and died 16 July 1953. Was a British French writer, historian, and one of the most prolific writers in England during the early 20th century. Hello was also an orator, poet, sailor, satirist, writer of letters, soldier, and political activist. His Catholic faith had a strong impact on his works. He was a president of the Oxford Union and later MP for State Salford South from 1906 to 1910. He was a noted disputant with a number of long-running feuds. Bellow became a naturalized British subject in 1902 while retaining his French citizenship. Today we will study the rest part of the page of ignorance. Nevertheless, we should not on that account attempt to learn everything there is to know, for that is manifestly impossible. More, nor even to learn everything that is known, for that would soon prove a tedious and heartbreaking task. We should rather study the means to be employed for warding off those sudden and public convictions of ignorance which are the ruin of so many. These methods of defense are very numerous and are for the most part easy of acquirement. The most powerful to them by far, but the most dangerous, is to fly into a passion and marvel marvel how anyone can be such a fool as to pay attention to such trifles, powerful because it appeals to that strongest of all passions in man, by which they are predisposed to caring for what they think to be a superior station in society. Dangerous because if it fails in its object, this method does not save you from pain and secures you in attention. Addition a bad quarrel and perhaps a heavy beating. Still, it has many votaries and is more often carried off than any other. Thus, if in Bedfordshire someone catches you erring on a matter of corpse, you profess that in London such things are thought but mere rubbish and despised, or again in the society of professors at the universities and ignorance of letters can easily be turned away. See this paragraph. An allusion to that vapid life of the rich, where letters grow insignificant, so as if you sleep on common terms, speak a little of your luxurious occupations on land, and you will usually be safe. There are other and better defense. One of these is to turn the attack by showing great knowing on a cognate point, or by remembering that the knowledge your opponent boasts has been somewhere contradicted by an authority. Thus, if some day a friend should say, as continually happens in a London club, "Come, let us hear you decline Tautomus," you can answer carelessly, "You know as well as I do that the form is purely pragmatic, it is never found." Or again, if you put the racket by an error into Staffordshire, You can say, I was thinking of the jury formation which is the basis of the information of TC. Well, Shrewsbury, Stratfordshire, oh, I had to my mind mixed up with the graves of the Stratfords. Very few people will dispute this, none will follow it. There indeed this is difficulty attached to such a method that it needs the knowledge of a good manly thing and a ready imagination and stiff face, but it is a good way. Next paragraph. Yet another way is to cover from treat with buffoonery, pretending to be ignorant of the most ordinary things, as you seem to have been playing the fool only when you made your first error. There is a special form of this method which has always seemed to be the most excellent by far of all known ways of escape. It is to show a steady and crass ignorance of very nearly everything that can be mentioned, and will all this to keep a steady mouth and determined eyes, and this is essential to show by a hundred allusions that you have on your own ground an excellent store of knowledge. This is the true offensive defensive in this kind of assault, and therefore the perfection of tactics. This is the true offense defensive in this kind of assault, therefore the perfection of tactics. Thus, if one should say where it was the old story Greek. To happen to anyone to answer, I never read the play. This you will think perhaps an irremediable fall, but it is not, as will appear from this dialogue. And with the method is developed, sapiens, but good heavens, it is not a play, ignore, ignoramus. Of course not, I know that as well as you. But the character of Greek Anake dominates the play, you will not deny that. Sapiens, you do not seem to have much seen the next paragraph. However, I did not know there was anyone called Liddell in it. What I know Scott intimately both before and after he succeeded to the estate. Sapiens, what I mean the dictionary. Ignoramus, I am quite certain that his father would not let him write a dictionary. Why the library at Warrington has not been opened for hours. If after 5 minutes of that Ignoramus cannot get Sapiens fluttering about in the world, he knows nothing of it. It is his own fault. What is Sapiens is over tenacious. There is a final method which may not be the most perfect, but which I have often tried myself and usually with very considerable success. Sapiens, nonsense man, the dictionary, the Greek dictionary, enormous, what has Ananti to do with Greek? Sapiens, I said Greek, Ananke. Enormous, oh, you said Greek, Ananke, did you? I thought you said Ananti, of course, God did not call the play Ananti. But Ananti was the principal character, and one always calls it that the family it is very well written. If he had not that sadness about publishing. Keratin one always calls it that in the family it is very well written. If he had not that sadness about publishing and so forth. Lastly, or rather, penultimately, there is the method of upsetting the plates and dishes, breaking our chair, setting fire to the cloth house, shooting yourself, or otherwise swallowing all the memory of your shame in a great catastrophe. But this is the method of for cowards. The brave man goes out into the hall, comes back with a stick and says firmly, You have just deliberately and cruelly exposed my ignorance before this company. I shall therefore beat you soundly with this history in the presence of them all. This you then do to him, or he to you, Mutias, Montadias, Ceteris Paribus, and that is all I have to say on ignorance. Now your the ignorance praise of ignorance is finished.